Whoa! Happy New Year! It's Doctor Who Day, and I'm wearing another shirt. I always love like displaying new shirts, and I know that they're getting progressively more and more like, whoa, but I love them, and a lot of people seem to like them too, so that's nice. It's the special. It's one of the last 3 with Jodie, but we're not going to talk about that yet because we still have basically a whole year with Jodie, which is really nice. I don't know what this episode is called. I think, actually, I don't even know for sure. I think it has something to do with Daleks, but other than that, that's all I got. I am recording this on a new laptop, so hopefully everything turns out okay. However, if there is something weird or something different, just know that that's it. But yeah, I'm super excited. I don't know anything about this episode other than the fact that it may do with Daleks, and that Yaz and Dan are in it, which I didn't expect Dan to be a part of this. I didn't even know for sure if Yaz was going to be a part of this, so I am even more hyped to see them again, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a fun, light New Year special, and it's not going to be as dramatic and angsty as Series 13 was. Even though I loved Series 13, I would like some fun moments with the 3 of them instead of it being like, you know, but that's it. I'm excited. Let's watch it.
You know I have plans. You leave me high and dry, on my own.
I know you. Hello.
See you next year?
Have you been practicing that?
Yes.
Oof. Oh, hi, love.
Here we go.
Yep. Oh, that's lovely. I mean, that's not, whoa, that's so fucking cool. Yeah.
That's supposed to be like that, is it?
Oh, sure. I've never had to do this before. Are you sure we're in Salmon Rover?
No.
Identify!
It is a Dalek.
I'm Nick.
Oh! Oh, fucking ready! What the hell?
Sorry.
Deadliest killer.
Yeah, something really not good.
You all done, Nick?
I am not Nick. Exterminate!
No! Why? Why? Bad. Nope.
Exterminate!
Run. Okay. So here's the thing, yeah. Holy fuck. I was going to say, I don't think that I'm not gonna look at the intro because it makes, yeah. You all know at this point. I was gonna say, I don't think actually Nick and, or I can't remember her name, or I don't know if we've got a name, are actually gone, just because of the status. I know who she is, so it's like, I don't think that's gonna be that soon. So now I definitely know it's not gonna be that soon. I wonder if, like, they're getting transported somewhere, possibly? I don't know, that's very interesting.
But that's a board game.
Yes.
Oh. Time loop? It's a time loop? No, they're stuck in a This is so good! I'm so excited. What? Oh, it's because the TARDIS.
Yes, I know, I need to go on then.
I'm gonna pause.
Sorry.
I'm gonna pause. Yeah, no. Okay, so it's because the TARDIS is in close proximity to everything that's happening, probably causing everything to go timey-wimey, meaning that this is going to be relived a couple times until they figure it out and are able to stop the Dalek from doing the whole thing. Oh yeah, baby, let's go.
Locked by the storage unit.
Oh, I love it. I love picking it up right away. This is so cool. Don't stand in front of the lift. Don't stand in front of the lift. Don't stand in front of the lift. Yeah. You know. That looks TARDIS-y.
Jeff! Food!
What is that? What cans are those? Is it
Gross.
beef up your beef?
Something I could use as a weapon.
Well, I mean, And lob a can at it.
We're dead. Second time round.
The inferior human is correct.
You call inferior?
Assessment has been made.
Pretty smart, Daleks.
Yes!
Nick, why have you got all those names on the shelves?
Oh, this is where I keep stuff for women I split up with. You know, just in case they ever ask for it back.
I still have it.
Of course. Oh, God. Of course. Gee, oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Try and reason with it.
You're right. This is all my fault.
What?
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. So you can let them go. How do we get out of here?
I don't think we do. We'll get another go. We'll have less time.
What?
I felt it the second time, but this time I'm certain. Time on your phone proved it. We're coming back a minute later each time.
Surrender.
Congratulations! The most evil creature in the universe has successfully vanquished an old door.
Silence.
No chance. Second Dalek signal.
Why?
Part of the building.
No.
Two of them.
What are you doing?
I'll keep the one on reception busy. You two.
Oh, Dan.
You saved the entire universe last week. I think I always.
My camera stops in the middle of this because it does that sometimes. Why is Dan? I'm pausing because it's right at this moment where I was going to say something anyway. Why is Dan just the greatest fucking companion? I mean, you know, but also, like, he's so fucking great, and we've only had him for 7 episodes now. Ugh, so awesome.
What does this work?
Desist. Do not approach.
I get a friendlier voice though. This one's a little bit grating. What kind of a welcome is that? Hey?
You are a friend of the Doctor. Analysis concludes this is a delaying tactic.
Took you long enough.
Exterminate.
Oh, I hate that. But fuck, Dan was so cool.
Why do you always put your stuff into storage just before midnight on New Year's Eve?
That's the time I know you'd be here. Jeff, always knows you know.
You're gonna be sorry for that. Nick. Oh, I have to go get him. No, you have to stay here. There's more than one of them.
I'm not just gonna wait for him to get killed. I don't care if he's a weirdo, but he's decent. And he's got a good heart. My friend Lauren actually says that good-hearted weirdos are actually the keepers. So,
What? No, nothing.
you haven't done a very good job so far, have you?
Well,
I don't think you coming up with solutions.
Yeah, because it's not my fault, is it? It's hers. There's
It's-
no point us all sticking together if we keep on dying multiple times. Nick doesn't survive past 5-2. So if he doesn't survive this time, then there's not going to be another 5-2. That's right, isn't it?
Stay here. Together.
that was Jody. Wow. Yes! Fucking Nick is the best! Nice job, buddy!
It was a lot of strategic analysis, weapons assessment, and battle-ready thinking.
Did you duck?
Yeah.
I love that aspect about the Doctor. I'm gonna pause again because, you know what, I'm allowed to pause again and talk about the episode. Because, you know, there's only 2 more left with Jodie, and I feel like I should. But I love that about the Doctor is that she doesn't necessarily get impressed by, I mean, she does get impressed by, like, big, like, very smart plans, but at the same time, she gets impressed by just little moments like that, and she didn't bat an eye. She was like, you talked awesome, like, good for you, let's do this. I love it. I love it so much.
If you don't get out, you won't have anything.
Who is he? Why is he talking?
Are you? Noticing my mate, that's my job.
Thanks, Jeff. How would the plan work?
They're best friends.
Oh my god, are you serious?
2 birds, 1 stone. Or 2 Daleks, 1 phone. Yeah, no, the other one's better.
No, I like that one. That was pretty good.
Exactly. Something seems impossible. We try. It doesn't work. We try again. We learn. We improve. We fail again. But better. We make friends. This is what being alive is, and it's better than the alternative. So come on, you brilliant humans. We go again, and we win.
I love her so much.
Exterminate!
Oh, damn.
Stay here. No, please stay here. I need to know where you are. We've only got 4 minutes here. Stop leaving us all the time. We're all worried, but I'm trying to keep everyone safe.
You ever told her?
Told her what?
How you feel about her?
Is it that obvious?
Well, maybe not to a good-hearted weirdo. I spent 4 years traveling the world with you. I saw it then, looking at that hologram.
I didn't. I mean, it was just that she's just... I've never told anyone. Not even myself.
Just tell her.
It's not that easy.
It took way too long to tell somebody that I liked them, and then the universe ended. Everything got messy. I wouldn't want that to happen to you.
Dan?
Oh no.
Don't move.
The Doctor will never save you!
Shut the fuck up, Dalek. Oh, what a scene!
Go get Sarah and Nick. Bring them down here. What about all the stuff on the 5th floor? Just bring them down here. Sorry. No time. My actions are catching up with me. Time is catching up with me. I will not let you die because of decisions I've taken. Please, go. Get the others.
Oh, this is written so great.
I like her too.
No, I mean, she likes you.
I don't understand what you're saying, Dan.
I think you do. You pretend to me and to her that you don't.
Holy fuck. Wow, guys. Wow. Wow. I love this episode. Yes! Let's go, Mom.
Just answer the phone.
Ooh. Happy New Year. Oh, look at that shot, too. It's so pretty with the colors. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, whew, man.
What did you mean when you said your actions were catching up with you? Nothing. Nothing.
What was that at first date? I feel like it was more of me and you.
No, I don't want it to be over. That's so sad. I hate when it's over. Oh man, starting a new clip because so much happened this episode, and this quite possibly might be my favorite Jodie's era Doctor episode. I'm not, then again, like you think of some of this stuff in series 12 and series 13. There's so many good ones. But this is my favorite special of hers for sure. This is probably one of my favorite episodes of New Who in general. I don't know why actually, that's a lie. I know why I liked it, and I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm hopefully gonna be able to remember everything that I wanted to talk about because there's so much. But first things first, I want to talk about like the color grading, the directing, the camera work, and the writing, especially because series 13 led into this episode so well. I think series 13 set up this new dynamic, especially with the Doctor and the companions, but really with the Doctor herself. And I loved it. I loved the fact that series 13 as a whole, linear story, is having consequences into something else, and that is the special. You know, it's the first out of 3 specials, which is very interesting. But I want to talk about the directing and the setting and the writing. So one of the things that I really liked was the setting of this episode and the way it correlated to a time loop. A storage facility, I find such a fascinating and really good location to have this story take place because a storage facility is very contained. It makes you feel like there's extra walls in a room that you know there's only 4 walls. And even the camera work, having those wide shots of them running or in the storage facility, it still made it feel smaller than it actually was. And that's exactly what the story was. It was it going a time loop and it decreasing. The time was decreasing in the time loop, and I liked the Doctor Who spin on it with the Daleks coming in. And can I just say, after everything the Doctor has been through with the Daleks, and this was her time loop episode, and the fact that she had to go through the extermination. I mean, the first time she was like, not like this. It carries such weight, and I find it so interesting and very. I like that it was Daleks. I like that that was the thing that we were fighting against this episode, besides the running clock. I also found that Nick and Sarah, the two side characters, or the two additions to the story, were really great too. The complexity of both their characters, we got so much of them in just one episode. It's kind of like you see who they are in their personality in just a few moments. Like with that opening scene, I found it very kind of telling of who their characters were going to be and how they were going to relate to the story. And I liked all of their character motivations and the things they did as characters throughout the entire episode, because it felt natural to who they were being written as. I just really like that. Also, one of the things that I do want to point out before I get into like the big stuff of the episode was the moment Jodie Whittaker. I will never not give praises to Jodie Whittaker, because series 13 and this special and all of her series, so great. But I am such a fan of an actor having to go from one emotion to another, two completely different emotions, very, very quickly. And I feel like Jodie does such a good job where she will play realization very well, but she'll also play like cocky and then immediately going to mad. Like not cocky mad, just mad, or even cocky mad. It's great. I adore it, and I fucking just, I love her Doctor so much. I love her so much. And the other thing too was, I'm going to talk about the Doctor now. So many interesting things with her, because one, she's having to figure out at the beginning of the episode what's happening, that something might be going on with the TARDIS, but we don't really know yet. Then that there's a Dalek in the equation, and then that there's a time loop that's also decreasing, and then the fact that the Dalek is telling her that this is her fault, when really it's not. I think it's more like inadvertently she's having to burden and shoulder the responsibilities of other people around her's actions. And that's kind of always been the Doctor's quota, is like having to deal with all of these other external forces and shelving them into a way that makes sure that she can get as much people to safety as possible. And the fact that she was having to deal with all of that and having to choose her words and say her words carefully, because she needed to explain what everyone needed to do, and not having that filter that she normally has, because this Doctor has probably the biggest filter besides I was gonna say, I mean, yes, the Doctor's always had a filter, but I think, yeah, she's probably had the biggest filter out of everyone that I've seen so far in terms of not wanting to share anything. And because of the limited time situation that was happening this episode, she wasn't able to think necessarily before she says anything that she's feeling too much of. So that was really cool, and Jodie played it so well. And I also liked that with Series 13 and even Series 12, you saw that when people weren't doing what needed to be done in the moment because there was a dangerous situation happening, she would snap. She would be like, you need to listen to me. Like, shut up and go do this. Like, I can't, we don't have time for this. And she did it a lot with Yaz last series, because she wasn't wanting and willing to share everything that she went through in Series 12. And obviously a lot of that got corrected in the final episode of the series with that talk with her and Yaz saying, I want to tell you everything, and also her apologizing when she snapped at Yaz earlier in the episode, saying, like, you need to go do this, and she's like, and you're like, Yaz, oh, I'm sorry. I like that, because it's her reminding herself that when she found out that Yaz was separated from her for 3 or 4 years, the realization on her face was very much like, fuck, like, it already happened previously with the 10 months, and that's, I also, now that I'm saying it out loud, she, in a sense, is thinking that she lost Ryan and Graham to that. And in a way she did, but I think it was already in Ryan's mind of, I want to stay back and I want to stay home. But I wonder if the Doctor's also thinking that with Yaz, that like, fuck, if I leave for too long, she won't want to come with me and I'll be alone. Maybe that could be an explanation, or it could just also could be the fact that, you know, she cares a lot about Yaz, which I will talk about in a second, and leaving them and stuff for 3-4 years with the possibility of never being able to come back and not being able to have the communication, and the flux, which was eating everything, was a lot. It was a lot. And I can see why that is. She's trying to make that change of like, I want to tell you everything and I'm sorry for snapping, and I will try to be less doctory in a way to you. Well, I mean, the other thing too was the special effects were great and the color grading was great. I loved the one thing I do find interesting is their use of colors, especially in Jodie's series. They make it fits so well with what's happening, and the dark but also like the lights that they used this episode were so great. And I really liked how I really liked the design of the TARDIS. I really like the design. I mean, the fireworks at the end were great because it's fucking New Year's and it's right on brand for what's happening. But yeah, so, okay. Another thing that I wanted to mention, I wasn't sure where in the timeline that this episode was happening, and I don't know, because we have a way bigger gap between this episode and the next one compared to Series 13 and this one. I'm very interested to see if we will see the Doctor and Yaz talk on screen, or if it'll be one of those things where Yaz knows, you know, what's happening with the Doctor, but it was said off screen, but we have that confirmation in the next episode. Or I don't know, but with the new scenes that we had this episode and the new revelations, even though we already knew that Yaz was in love with the Doctor, it was confirmed. It was fucking confirmed that Yaz has feelings for the Doctor. And wow, people who really ship Yaz and the Doctor, you were fed this episode. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I like them together, but I know there's people that really, really love them together, and I'm so happy for you guys right now. Like, I'm so thrilled for you. I'm thrilled for me, because that was such a great, addition to an already very complex and interesting relationship between Yaz and the Doctor, and the fact that we're getting this now is so fascinating to me. Okay. One of the things that I really liked about everything was Dan was the one to say something. I paused the episode and talked about it, but Dan is awesome, and I want him to stay for so much longer. And that's the thing, they could do a total, fuck you, you think this is happening? You think Yaz and Dan are gonna leave after this new Doctor regenerates? No, they're actually gonna stay. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm actually quite pretty sure that that's not gonna happen, just because, you know, new showrunner, things like that happen, writing changes, companions leave and go and all the time and stuff, and Yaz been here for quite a while. But I would love it, because I love their dynamic. I love the teasing. I love that they're best friends, because at this point, they probably are best friends. They've been together for 4 years, traveling and doing everything and learning about each other, which, you know, after that amount of time, hell, even after a couple months, you could find your best friend because you just click with them. And the fact that they're the gentle teasing and her going like, hey, you're not allowed to talk to my friend like that. Shut up. Shut up, Dan. Is great. It's being written in such a great way that like is like, oh, I believe that these two have a very good friendship and good relationship. And that Dan wasn't afraid to be like, hey, Yaz, you ever gonna say something to her? Oh, that scene was so good. And Mandip Gill, anytime that she like releases a tear or a tear falls down her face, I just get so sad because it is so sad. And her, like, it's like so good acting, but it hurts me. And it also makes me feel so many things. And like that's the sign of a great actor, is just making you feel things and knowing whenever a tear happens, you're like, oh no, yes, I just want to give you a hug. But the line to herself, it was something along, it was something like, I haven't even admitted it to myself. And like, oh man, dude, it was such, I never thought I wasn't sure if we were going to get a scene like this, if we were going to get a scene with Yaz acknowledging her feelings, or if it was going to be unspoken, or if it was just going to kind of culminate into something and then they were possibly going to like look at each other and just kiss, and it was kind of be like this unspoken thing. But they fully laid it out on the table. And one of the things that I was going to say earlier, but then I got on a rant about how much I love Dan, was when episode 5 came out, there were people online talking about how they were like, there's no way that Dan looking at this and seeing Yaz, upset and looking at the hologram, which he brought up, and thinking like, there's no way that he doesn't know that she has feelings for her. Like, and it happened. Like, it fucking happened the way that people were just talking about the episode and not thinking that, yes, this is going to be a thing that happens later on. And I love that scene. And as much as that was probably maybe my favorite scene in the episode, the fact that Dan straight up called out the doctor and wasn't afraid to be like, yeah, well, first of all, he wasn't afraid to be like, she likes you. No, like, she likes you, dude. And then wasn't afraid to be like, and you obviously know that, but you're for some reason ignoring it. Holy fuck! And even the ending, where the doctor was looking at Yaz and going like, fuck, someone else acknowledged it. And now I might have to do something. Disasters, all of them, both of them, disasters. And Dan looking on was such a fucking great detail. So interesting. And again, a lot of people mentioned the juxtaposition with the hologram with Doctor and Yaz last series, and then with the also holograms with Vinder and Belle. And now with the two romantically attached people, Sarah and Nick, being exactly right next to, Yaz and the the parallels are so fucking there. And I'm very curious to see, like, to the people who haven't noticed that, or to the people that just didn't think anything of it, was this, it can't be out of left field for you, right? I mean, it was really set up. I mean, I've always thought that, like, yeah, Yaz probably has a crush on the doctor. Like, that has always been, like, kind of my level since series 11. Yeah, I would say series 12, 100%. But series 11, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen series 11. But yeah, that's kind of just been my, like, in the back of my head. Yeah. I was always unsure about how the doctor feels about Yaz, but now, again, me watching the episode, I'm going to have to, when I edit this, I'm going to re-watch it and hear, but I can't remember if it was confirmed that Dan said that the doctor has feelings for Yaz too. I don't remember. You might be typing being like, this is what was said. But obviously I'm in the middle of talking, so I haven't rewatched the episode yet. But yeah, so going into the next special, which I think is Easter or just springtime. Oh, that's so fucking far, and there's only 2 episodes left. That makes me very sad. I want a whole nother series with Jodie. I would fucking love one more series with Jodie, because she's really high on my favorite Doctors list, but we're not going to talk about that right now. But really, I just want to see, I want to see the Doctor and Yaz talk to each other. I want to see the Doctor tell Yaz everything, even though we already know everything because we watched the show. I want to see those moments. And with the way that this was set up, before this episode, I would have been like, no, it's probably going to be more subtext. But with this episode, exactly like I said in the finale reaction. If anybody watched my finale reaction, I mentioned that I didn't think that like Yaz and the Doctor were going to go anywhere. It was all going to be subtext. But then I was like, are the chances of them like confirming something or even higher than before? Yes. And I said that at the end of last episode. This episode made me go like, fuck, it's going to fucking happen. The fact that we only have 2 left sucks. But you know, I don't know if it's confirmed on what the next special is going to be, or if there's anything out about it. Like, I know that there was something about this episode out whenever the finale aired, but I don't know about next episode. But I mean, fuck, I would love a whole episode of just Yaz and the Doctor talking. Like, I could watch a full hour of that. But I know that's not what we're gonna get. But I would very much like that. I just hope, because with the time jump in real life, that there is not going to be a huge time jump in the future, or we don't miss those scenes. We don't miss those scenes of there's a chance we might miss the scene of the Doctor telling Yaz everything, but I don't think we're going to miss the scene of Yaz telling the Doctor that she likes her, or vice versa, because that was set up in a plot thread way for more stuff like that. I don't think that will be ignored, or that will be off screen. I don't want to say ignored, because ignored implies like it was never mentioned, but off screen implies yes, it has happened, but we just haven't seen that because things happen off screen all the time in Doctor Who. If you watch, or I should say if you listen to the Big Finish stuff, it's like, yes, all of this stuff happens. That's great. We don't get to see it because things and acting and actors availability, TV show budget and all that stuff, but it's happened. Like, you can listen to it and be like, oh, this is a canon thing that's happened at a certain point. But yeah, okay. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if there's anything out that's aware of what's happening next. I am very excited for the potential of Yaz and Doctor conversations, and Dan and Yaz just being best friends, and more just Dan being like, I would fucking love it if it cuts to like a couple months later, like not really too long, and the Dan is like sitting there watching Yaz and the Doctor do something, and like them just being like very like in it with each other, and Dan just sitting there going like, kiss. That meme of like, now kiss. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than, wow, what a fucking episode, guys. I hope everyone liked it as much as I did. I know I did that a lot at the end of every episode with Series 13, me just going like, wow, this episode was fucking great, and I hope everyone liked it. But I really hoped everyone liked it. I don't have any problem, at least I don't think I have any problems with this episode. That might change. But no, right now, I fucking loved it. It's definitely one of my favorite episodes. And I'm excited to see more Doctor Who. I don't want Jodie to go, but I literally have like till the fall. I mean, we're not getting a lot of episodes in between, but I don't have to deal with the fact that she's leaving till the fall, which is great for me because I get to put it off. Man. All right. How long have I been talking? I've been talking for like 20 minutes. Well, that tends to happen with Doctor Who, especially an episode that I really love, and especially something that happens, or especially an episode that I really love, and especially talking about characters that I love. that I just really want to talk about everything. And I hope I mentioned everything that I wanted to talk about at the beginning, because I remember throughout watching the episode going, I need to talk about this after, I need to talk about this after, I need to talk about this after. And because I like to pause and talk about the moments as they happen, because I have so many feelings and I just need to let them out, that I was able to cover everything with this episode. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. This time, I mentioned last time that there wasn't a big break. Now there is a big break. So I really hope everyone has had a lovely holiday, and that everyone has a great 2022, and that is healthy and happy for people out there, and that, everyone enjoys this episode and the wait, because as much as I hate that we don't have more Doctor Who, I do enjoy a bit of a wait between episodes, because it leads you, it builds up that anticipation for the next event, which we will get sometime in the spring. I just know it's sometime in spring. I don't actually know if it's Easter or not. It might be Easter, it might be an Easter special. If it's not, it's gonna be a spring special, I know that. Or maybe I don't know. But yeah, thank you for watching. I've already said, this is like, I like what I do, right? A little fun fact, you already know. If you watched this far into my video, you already know, because you probably watched this far into all of my videos, the fact that I will say thank you for watching, and then I'll come up with a new thing to talk about as I'm saying thank you for watching, because I thought of it in my head. But now, I legit don't think I have anything else to say, at least for right now, other than Doctor Who's great. I'm so excited about this episode, and I hope you are too, and I'm excited to see more, and oh gosh, and potentially more just character. I love character so much, and I love relationships with characters so much, and this one's such a fucking great episode. All right, thank you once again. Have a lovely, happy, healthy 2022. I hope everyone does, and I'm excited to watch more Doctor Who when we get it. I love Doctor Who so